Today we're going to freeze dry some ground beef. Should be good.
Hi, I'm Kylene.
And I'm Jonathan, and we are the Provident Preppers. Today we are going to be freeze drying this ground beef. Now we have some good friends who raise amazing beef, and they don't have a freeze dryer, but we don't have beef. So we've worked out a really great deal where they provide the beef, we freeze dry it, and we share.
I think that's a fantastic deal. And so for this first batch, we decided that we would just make a very generic form of hamburger that can be used in a wide variety of recipes. So we're going to use some onions, some garlic salt, pepper, and regular salt, and just see how that goes. Okay, so we browned the hamburger and put the spices in. We've drained it really well because fat is not your friend. When it comes to long-term storage, you can freeze dry meats that are fattier, but they will not store it as long because fats go rancid in storage. That's just a fact of life. So the less fat that you have in your meat, the longer the shelf life. And since we intend for this to be long-term storage, we really want to have as little fat as possible in it. We originally did 12 pounds of hamburger and 4 giant onions with this, and it looks like about 10 pounds is going to fit really well on these trays. I don't want it to be too thick, but I definitely want to take full advantage of the time in the freeze dryer. So we're just gonna spread all this out. Any pieces of hamburger that are still large, I'll just break up a little bit. And the reason why is because I don't want any that's gonna be still soft in the center. So I need them all to be fairly uniform pieces. The leftover hamburger, I am just going to put in the freezer and then freeze with the next batch that we need some random items in to freeze dry. And the cooked hamburger is now in the freezer, just awaiting its turn for the freeze dryer.
We're just pulling out freeze-dried hamburger with onions. This took 1,234 minutes and required about 13 and a half kilowatt hours. We just pulled this ground beef with onions out of the freeze dryer and it looks great.
It does, it looks fantastic. I was shocked. It didn't take anywhere near as much time as I thought it would. I thought for sure it would be at least tonight because it took less than half a day.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think part of it could be because we rinsed it. So we cooked it really well and then we rinsed the fat off of it and it was pre-frozen. So now I think what we need to do is, okay, you pick your piece. That's my bowl.
This piece.
And then I want to try a little bit. I like to try things just freeze dried. I know this isn't how we would eat it,
but you could actually.
So of course it's really dry, but the flavor is good, and this texture isn't even bad here. But we put salt and pepper and garlic and then the onions, and the flavor really is quite good. So now this is from a friend's cow, and so we're going to package it up for them. And then we are also going to make 2 recipes. We cooked up 12 pounds and it didn't fit on the freezer trays. So we still have some in the freezer to freeze dry later. And we're gonna do an experiment where we make a hamburger rice casserole with freeze dried beef and with regular ground beef that was just in the freezer and see if we can tell the difference. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the shelf life of freeze-dried meats. Freeze-dried foods can have up to a 25-year shelf life. Actually, some of the more recent data shows that it might be longer than that. But with meat, it has fat in it, and so fat goes rancid in storage, and there's really not much that you can do about that. That's one of the reasons why we rinse this, so that we would have less fat. I'm thinking we should have at least 5 to 10 years, maybe 15, but I don't know because I haven't personally done that yet. With most of the food storage, we have personally had food that was that long, or tested foods that had been stored that long. So I can only estimate. Remember, the colder the storage temperature, the longer it will last in your food storage. Any foods, the colder the temperature.
We now have it all packaged up. We have 3 quart-sized bags for our neighbors, in addition to 2 pint-sized bags. And then we kept one for us in addition to the pint-sized jar.
It looks really pretty in here, like really pretty in here.
It does, it really does. And then we've got some for the casserole.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna experiment. I'm going to make a hamburger rice casserole, and in one of them, we will have some of the frozen meat. When we cooked this all up, it didn't all fit on the freezer trays. So we're gonna compare some of that to the freeze-dried meat and see how it turns out.
Yep.
But now, it's time to test this. So it's been soaking in this hot water for a little while. Okay, I think the water got rid of some of the flavor because the flavor was more intense when it was freeze-dried, but the
Texture's really good.
is seriously like I just cooked it up.
Fresh, yeah.
So I'm a fan. I think the frozen hamburger is going to be a really good asset in our food storage, and our neighbors will love it.
Absolutely.
You know, the thing about this is that when you are preparing, you're not prepared until all your neighbors are prepared, right? Because we all need to take care of each other. So for us, this is a fantastic way to be able to not only help us build our storage, but help our neighbors as well.
Absolutely.
I'm going to pour in this case, my freeze-dried hamburger into my dish and put my green beans on it and my cream. The really cool thing about this is that because the meat is shelf stable, all these other ingredients are also shelf stable, which means that for my food storage, I can create some fantastic meals very similar to what I usually would have cooked in using just these basic ingredients. And I will cover this with, you could use aluminum foil, or you could just use an inverted cookie sheet, whatever you want, but we're gonna bake it on 350. This takes quite a little while to get done, about an hour and a half, because you have the rice in there. Okay, we've pulled the casseroles out of the oven, and this one, just appearance-wise, this one is the one with the freeze-dried meat, and the more of the meat is on the top. I think it was because it was lighter, so it tended to all come to the top, where Jonathan's that was frozen still, it kind of spread a little bit more evenly throughout the casserole. So, it's hot because it just came out. But this is really cool because this is totally shelf-stable ingredients, right? Which means you can use it from your food storage. And that's one of the really things that I really like about freeze-dried meat, is that it's shelf-stable.
Pretty good.
You hungry there?
Yeah. Very. Always.
Okay, seriously, I cannot tell the difference between the two. Can you tell the difference between the meat?
No.
All right, so this really is good. I can't tell the difference between the fresh meat and the freeze-dried meat, which is a great thing for food storage because we want to be able to make dishes that still taste good. One of the other things that I think is handy about this is that all the work was done in advance, and so all you have to do is open the package and dump the meat in. How fast, right? Looks great, it's beautiful, tastes good.
I like it.
All right, and now for the question of the day. I'm gonna eat mine while you ask the question of the day.
What is your favorite recipe that uses ground beef? Comment below. And thanks for being part of the solution.